Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're live! Hello everybody and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I am John, the Game Master for the evening, and joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William and I'm playing Gashkar Stormcaller, the half-orc barbarian.
And Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Selena, the Fire Genasi, Wild Maid Sorcerer.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope, Azamar Rogue Barbarian.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Lulu, the halfling blood hunter who needs some caffeine. So I'll be right back.
And Cody.
I'm Cody. I'm playing Corbin, the human battle master.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and I'm playing Gwynferon, the High Elf Divination Wizard.
And last time on Gran Terra Rebirth, our adventurers were in the Tower of the Gods, seeking to claim the second piece of the 7-part beacon that the Planeshaper uses to forge the planes. In the Tower of the Gods, which had been recently determined to have been infiltrated and corrupted by demonic forces. Upon reaching the second tier of the tower, they discovered themselves standing under the legs of a titan of massive proportions, of titanic proportions, one might say.
I don't think one would say that.
While also being surrounded by the undead, unburying themselves around. They swiftly gleaned that the objective here was to climb the Titan as it started moving away, and they all, in various modes, got up onto it, clinging to the sides, legs, knees, thighs, and butt of the Titan at various places. And that's where we pick back up with Gwynferon having given part of the party the ability to fly, although in their flight they need to land at the end of it so as not to get left behind when the Titan takes yet another massive step forward.
We need to fly like barbarians.
With Hope climbing up ahead along with Gashkar, and Selena having just withered some of the demonic taint attached to the Titan. So, actually what had just happened was Selena had just cast Abidalzim's Horrid Wilting, which caused a large section of this sort of fleshy growth that was extruding from the Titan to shrivel, opening up a path further for Hope, who is climbing hand over hand. Gashkar is currently in the mouth of in a mouth of some of this taint being bitten down on. And we're still keeping turn initiative order just so that we can keep a consistent, orderly path up the Titan. So Hope, you have a path open to you. You can get up to where the mouth of the flesh is currently chewing on Gashkar if you want.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get up to her.
You've already made your athletics roll, so you can just climb up there.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try and hack at this thing to get it to let go of Gashkar.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
All right. 2.
What weapon are you using?
The scimitar.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
25 hits.
25. Second attack, 22.
Go
I
ahead,
don't know why.
resolve the first
That's
one first real quick
advantage.
for me.
Okay. That would be 8 points of slashing, 2 rage, and sneak attack. 11
Okay.
plus radiant damage.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So you smash into the flesh with your blade, and it cuts through. But as it cuts, it seems like almost like the flesh parts more than you separate it. You feel like you did some impact, but you're not certain how much of it was. And as you pull the blade away, the flesh just sort of tendrils of flesh shoot out and try to wrap around the blade and suck it back. Fortunately, you're using a magical weapon, so you manage to just pull it free without having it get caught in the flesh. It seems like the demonic taint reacts to being attacked.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I hit it though.
You
I did hit it.
Yeah, you did hit it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna focus then, because it sort of like doesn't want to get hit and is like sucking apart. So I'm gonna try and use that to the advantage to get Gashkar out. Try and pull her out.
All right. So your second hit also would have hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 10 slashing, 2 rage, sneak attack. I think I only get that. Do I get that
You get sneak attack.
You only get
every
that
time?
once.
Only once.
You get
I only
six
get that once.
sneak attack
Yep, I was gonna say.
once around.
Yep. All right, cool. Yep. And then bonus action,
Okay.
13.
13 hits. Roll damage.
Cool.
So again, you
7.
slice 2 more times, and you certainly feel an impact, but it doesn't feel like you're impacting so much as it's just parting for you. And every time you feel it sort of lashes back out as you pull away. You're pretty certain it's only because you're using a magical weapon that it isn't getting caught.
Okay. I'm gonna back away then if I have any movement left to
Yeah, we'll say you have a little bit
not
of movement.
hit Gashkar with the
Yeah.
radiant consumption as it keeps burning.
Okay.
Is that affecting it at all?
Yeah, so at the end of your turn, your radiant consumption just sort of, you see some of the flesh begin to boil away. It seems like physical attacks aren't doing nearly as much as just your like magical aura is.
Okay. And I take 3 points of damage. That's
Alright.
the end of my turn.
Corbin,
Okay.
you can fly.
About how? Yep, I can fly. So there was a like a cave opening, right? Or was that
No,
what?
there's
Gashkar was flying towards?
there's like a mouth that became manifest on the flesh that is biting Gashkar. There are parts of the body that look like this taint is sort of flowing out of it. Like it's not necessarily cave open. I mean, you could consider it a cave, I guess, considering your relative heights. But it's more like it's kind of like if you had like a hole in your gut and gunk was coming out of it. Is more what it is than a cave.
Then I'll I'll fly up, land next to them, and since I can't use a two-handed weapon.
No, you have to hold on to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'll just use my regular spear to jab at this thing. A storm spear.
Right. May attack.
Don't have advantage. 20.
That hits.
19.
Now, is that a magic spear or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 21.
Yep. So yeah, you stab into it. And again, very much the same thing. Roll damage. Very much the same thing. You feel it sort of separating away from. It's sort of like moving with your stab rather than you stabbing into it. It's a very odd feeling. And as you pull away, it threatens to grab, but you manage to pull free because of the magic nature of your weapon.
Okay.
All right. Titan.
Yep, that's all I can do.
The Titan takes another step. You all see Zeno get left behind quite a distance as he is on his flying Pegasus, which sort of gives you an idea of how far you would be left behind if you were to not land. It looks like Zeno's going to have to take his entire turn to catch up, or at least the Pegasus' entire turn. It's now Xeno's turn, who does just that. The Pegasus continues flying up, trying to keep pace with the Titan as it moves. And that makes it Gashkar's turn. Gashkar, you are currently restrained and being chewed on.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
needs
sorry.
to stop now.
I need to do a thing real quick. I forgot. On the Titan's turn, the infection attacks. Does a 14, I think, misses you.
Yes.
So yeah, it tries to bite down on you, but you like sort of get a hand on the teeth and just like sort of push it away.
And with my hands on it, I would like to force this thing's mouth open and leave.
My athletics check.
34.
Nice.
Let's see what it gets. Let's see. Using that stat. Well, it got a 29, which is not a 34. So, you managed to outmuscle the parasitic demonic infection and pry it open. Are you just going to fall out, or are you going to try to get out safely?
Nah, I'm going to try and shove myself further up past it. Like, boost off of it.
Give me an athletics roll at disadvantage. Yeah,
Which,
I know you're.
athletics.
Yeah, it's gonna be a normal athletics roll because you are raging.
34 again.
All right, 34. Yeah, so you managed to get out and sort of using your halberd as sort of a what's it called?
A pole vault.
Yeah, using your halberd as a pole vault, you managed to sort of get yourself a little bit further up onto a bit of exposed flesh of the Titan rather than the infection. You're sort of above it now, sort of somewhere around the navel area of this thing, which is armored, so there's like bits of armor for you to climb onto. And you can more clearly see now from your position that there are various holes in this creature's abdomen that the flesh is coming out of.
Our current objective is at the top, so I'm just going to keep climbing up.
Well, that took all of your movement just to get out, so you're just above it right now. Gwyn Ferron.
Dash land.
All right, so you're just below the infection line right now.
Okay. And about how wide is the infection line?
It basically in like height or around
Height.
height. It's probably a good. Gashkar went up about 40 feet, got bit, and then went up another like 20 feet. So it's a good almost 100 feet total. Yeah, like sort of.
Okay.
There's a bit less because Selena like sucked away a portion of it. So
right, yeah.
You're in sort of the you're in the more shallow section that Selena sort of cleared up.
Right, but with 120 feet of movement on a dash, I'll be able to bypass the entire thing and get above it in a move.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So bonus action. He can, as a bonus action, can he take is he in eyesight of the hole where this is all emanating from?
Yeah.
Can he make like an Arcana check or perception or something to see if he can get an idea of what's going on here?
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hey, look at that natural 20.
So this looks very much like a very odd, but you're familiar with a particular kind of fungus called cordyceps, which is sort of a thing that infects insectoid creatures in some higher species, but typically like ants and things, to spread itself around, and it sort of protrudes from them. The best guess you have is this is some form of demonic cordyceps on a scale hitherto unknown. Like it seems to be behaving very similarly, where it's just from what you can tell, the flesh itself is sentient and an organism all its own that seems to be parasitically attached to this Titan.
All right. Then.
You're pretty certain, like, the core of whatever it is probably inside the Titan's abdomen.
All right. Cool. Good to know. That's everything for his turn, I think.
This Titan is on the unfortunate end of The Last of Us.
That makes it Lulu's turn.
Okay. So, refresh my memory. It's been a week and stuff. Like, was there any types of energy that seemed to be working or not working?
Selena's wilting certainly did a lot of effect to it, but you guys haven't tried a whole lot of stuff beyond that.
All right. I thought there was thunder thrown around earlier.
Yeah. Gashkar hit it with some lightning as it was eating Gashkar. Hard to tell if that was effective because Gashkar then got eaten.
Okay. All right. Well, wilting's necrotic, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well then, yeah, fly dash, land, and bonus action to activate Rite of the Dead on my whip.
Okay. So for the rest of you,
dead.
the rest of you, Rite of the Dead is necrotic or radiant?
Necrotic.
Necrotic.
Okay.
Rite of the Dawn is radiant.
You said
Rite
of the Dawn is radiant.
That's right.
And
I just don't have the names memorized. I know they're
yeah.
So the
That's
group of you
because
see Lulu fly up and grab and then pull off of her belt this sort of cross-shaped hilt that has a large chain whip attached to it. Sort of flick it so that the whip cuts part of her, and it just begins to radiate this dark energy.
Yeah.
Attacking with the whip.
I don't have an action left because
okay.
I dashed,
That's
but
right.
it's activated for reaction stuff like that.
Yes.
And I maintain it for a little while.
When a problem comes along, you must whip it dead.
All right, that makes it Selena's turn.
For the record, I know you said the end of The Last of Us, but I heard the end of This Is Us, which is a very different thing. I was like, many more cries and Sterling K. Brown cries and Milo Van Tiddleman eyes.
And then they get taken over by body-driving fungus. Yeah.
I mean, that would definitely be a This Is Us worthy plot twist.
I was talking about the end of The Last of Us plot. I was on the bad end of The Last of Us, which means
I know.
But that was hilarious.
You can see what kind of shows I watch. All right. Am I one of the flying people?
Yes, you are one of the flying people.
I'm a fly.
All right, you can fly up and sort of land near where Gwynferon is.
Yep.
And where Lulu is.
All right, Marty.
And is that enough that's my full that's a dash, right?
Yeah, that would have been a dash.
Yeah. Do I have any bonus action damagey shit?
I mean, technically all of your stuff is bonus action damagey shit if you're from sorcery point.
I have Quicken Spell.
Yes.
Yeah. I had forgotten that I had Quicken Spell.
Sorcerers are cool.
Okay, here is an important question. Since I know that stuff is like sort of everywhere in patches, right?
Mm-hmm. So there are patches of flesh sort of reaching all over the place, but it all emanates from one hole that wraps around the waist.
So it counts as one target.
Yes.
Guarded.
Yes.
Is there a spot on that target that nobody is within 20 feet of?
Plenty.
Level 6 fireball.
All right, roll damage.
You fire.
And just a reminder, not that I'm saying do it now, but just a reminder, I have
your
that
thing
icon on my character.
Yep.
Okay.
Is there are you trying to place it in such a way as to open up a cleaner path to go up, or are you just trying to hit it in general?
At the moment, I am testing to see how fire does against it. So I am just lobbing it in general.
Yeah.
Fireball, level 6. So that is actually 40 damage.
Okay.
Because one of those was a 1.
All right.
That's not terrible, I suppose.
So
Although,
Selena is a very brave sorceress. I'm testing the waters with my level 6 spell.
although,
Because if it's successful, you want it to be effective.
yeah, I will spend another sorcery point to re-roll the 1 and the 2 2s.
All right. Reroll the 2 2s.
I swear to God, I'm going to get 3 1s, but it won't matter because it'll still be the same.
Yeah, it'll be the same amount of damage. Hey!
So that
Nice.
is, hold on, 1, 2,
8 more.
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So that's 47 damage.
Agent 47.
So, Selena pulls up that little mote of flame, tosses it up at the flesh, sort of off to one side, and as it impacts, there's this large explosion. You see bits of flesh go flying off, getting singed and blackened. The area where it's left behind, it definitely had an effect. The flesh, the demonic flesh, has sort of been blackened and charred, and where it was previously this sort of constantly wet, viscous, like liquid that was also meaty and physical. It's now sort of charred and congealed, and bits of it are falling off in places.
Fireworks!
Fire might only work because you're an elemental adept, though.
I mean, it may have resistance.
Elemental adept does not work on immunity, only resistance. So,
Yeah.
Correct.
that makes it Hope's turn.
Okay. Well, hitting it isn't really doing anything. And I don't really have any other options besides acid or alchemist fire.
Are we talking
Ooh.
acid, or are we talking acid question mark
Ooh.
that actually makes a gelatinous cube?
I only had one acid question mark. It's been used.
I dump a gelatinous cube on it.
I have alchemist fire though. But there are still people below me.
So, pitch for D&D one shot that's like we have Pokeball monsters.
Because it'd be really fun.
I have already made capture spheres as a magical item in a D&D setting.
I tried to get it. I tried to get a sphere. It was really expensive. All right. Yeah. Let's see. I'll just. Yeah, just action dash bonus action
There's no clear path for you to get up right now without having to
there's-
cross the flesh.
I'll do that anyway.
All
'cause-
right, you want to try to
damn-
cross the flesh?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I will.
I need you to make me a
Let's do that.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 25.
All right. I need you to make me a constitution saving throw.
Okay. Those are the ones I'm really bad at.
Uh,
10!
Don't forget, if it's something that you can see coming for the future, you roll really high on the dex save. But if it's something that
Oh,
you can see,
yes.
you have advantage.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been
True.
something that she could see.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm crossing this thing.
So, as you sort of clamber up and you grab onto the flesh, there's this sickly feeling that you get as soon as you touch it. It doesn't feel right to
Ugh.
grab. It's
Yep.
squishy and it's weird, and it's like you're climbing a pile of ground beef that is still alive.
It's warm. Why is it warm?
Yeah, like it's warm
Okay.
and squishy and wet, and there's liquid that
Oh.
might be blood, might be pus coming off of it.
Yep.
But you just sort of grab in and wrench yourself up and up and up. And as you begin to cross it, you sort of instinctively jerk to one side as a spike of meat just erupts, trying to spear you on it. From like underneath your stomach area. Would have, if you hadn't reacted as quickly, it probably would have impaled you. But you managed to just get up to the top of it, but as you do, there's just something about this meat that you're climbing that is unsettling, and you feel nauseous. And as you get beyond it, you just sort of turn your head and hurl. Everyone below Hope, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm trying to stop like right on the edge so
Would
that
that be
some
me?
of my
That would be
aura-
Corbin,
yeah.
Selena, Lulu,
Yes.
and Gwenferon.
13.
Yeah. Dexterity save.
13 as well.
Fortunately, this was
13
just
casters.
fortunately, this was just trying to beat everyone else. So Lulu with a 7, you look up and just something hits you in the face, and it's wet and disgusting.
Meh.
That's particularly
Lulu like
interesting because Lulu has
shakes
the
it
best
off
dex.
like she is actually a dog.
Yeah, Hope, you are currently under the poisoned condition.
Okay. Yep. I'm trying to. burn
Selena
this
yells
thing.
up, "Hey! Normally someone has to ask before they do that."
I don't feel good.
All right.
Oh, that's
I still have a bonus action.
Yes, you do.
I'm
Bonus action
still
dash.
trying to look around to see if there's any I'm trying to figure out actually if the parts of because there's multiple parts of this fungus are talking to each other at all, if they're reacting to like the pain that the rest of themselves are in and are like moving around, because I don't know what this thing
Give
is.
me an insight check.
Okay.
If you stab this point, do the points over there react?
12.
This entity, whatever it is so far beyond your comprehension. It is unknowable. You don't even know where to look to figure out if it's reacting to something.
Okay. I don't feel good. All right, that's my turn.
Corbin.
And
yeah, and at the end of your turn, yes, more of the flesh gets burnt
Yep.
with your radiant consumption.
Oh, I was. I was just gonna spend my movement to fly and dash up, then get as far up past
Okay.
this.
Give me a dexterity
Okay.
saving throw.
For flying.
Yes, for flying.
Okay. 14.
Do. Oop. Does an 11 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. So you fly past, and as you sort of fly over the flesh, it sort of coalesces underneath you, like sort of underneath, like relative to where you're at, and just a massive spike of flesh just erupts out trying to hit you, but you don't quite manage to get out of the way, but you get enough out of the way that it just scrapes past your armor instead of actually impaling you as you fly over and land.
Okay. And is there any meat near me, or did I fly way past it?
No, you would have landed roughly right where Hope is, so it's just below you.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll
Hope,
guess
who
I'll
is
take a few pokes at it with the.
I don't feel good.
spear.
Hope, who is actively glowing and retching at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll kind of land and look up and be like, "Did you just throw up? Is that what went past?"
I
And
don't
then
want-
stab down a couple times.
Also, depending on inflection, is there any meat near me is either the name of my Lady Gaga or Morrissey cover band. It's entirely dependent on how you say it.
All three of those
What
hit.
about Guar?
And again, you stab into it.
Everything can be Guar.
It doesn't feel
That's
like
fair.
there's much that's happening, and it does keep trying to grab the spear from you every time you stab it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Its turn. Xeno once again left behind. But you can tell Xeno is sort of, as the Pegasus gets up, like Xeno is rising with you, so he's always staying within a certain distance of you all, so that he can help if needed. Let me look at his character sheet real quick, see if he can help Mar with that. Nothing happens with the thing because none of you are currently interacting with it. Xeno, let me see your spells. What spells do you have? So yeah, the Pegasus flies back up. And that touch, that's touch, that's touch, that's touch, that's touch, that's touch. Damn it.
Restorations are touch.
Why are
it's
all
really
of them
terrible.
touches?
They're really terrible.
Clerics have to touch you to fix you.
Yeah.
Yeah, ranged clerics are in this shitty position, especially because
Their only healing spell is
Unless
healing
you give them find
There
familiar.
that's true. Though there are very limited ways a cleric can pop around to get to people aside from just fucking walking.
Yep. Yeah. So he's just trying to keep up right now. That's what he's doing.
Does his Celestial have any related abilities?
It's using its entire turn to keep up with the Titan, though, is the problem.
It's having to dash.
And he can't... Actually, no, he can... That's right. It moves on its own initiative. So,
And then he can move it as part of his actions, right?
yeah. So, actually, Xeno sort of spurs the Pegasus on a little bit more, and it gets up closer. And he leaps off of the Pegasus.
Oh dear God.
Yeah,
Oh,
what a
no.
way to die.
Oh no.
And falls to his death.
He leaps off the Pegasus and spins his staff around, stabs it into the side of the Titan. Apparently there's a very spiky end on the other end of it, and just sort of hangs there next to Hope. Reaches out.
Like off the flagpole?
Yeah. Reaches out and touches Hope, and casts Lesser Restoration on Hope.
Yay.
You are now no longer poisoned as you feel this divine energy radiating from him.
Thanks.
What you paid me for?
All right.
That makes it Gashkar's turn.
Yeah, we're climbing it.
All right. So as you continue to climb, you see that there's another band of this flesh, sort of coming out of the armpit of the Titan and wrapping up and into the collar. You've still got a ways to go before you get to it, but you can see it above you waiting.
All right.
All right. Anything you're doing other than climbing on your turn?
Dashing.
All right. That makes it Gwynferon's turn.
So Gwyn is going to just kind of eyeball his surroundings, pick the safest path possible after he's made sure that Xeno is not in danger of tumbling to his death from I don't know how many 100 feet up we are.
He seems to have a pretty good grip on it. Just looking at him in general.
And is he he's an Air Ganassi, right?
Yes.
By appearance?
Yes.
Okay.
Very clearly an Air
okay.
Ganassi.
All right. Yeah.
He seems
So
to be
it's like, okay. Yeah.
He seems to be quite comfortable where he's at.
Yep. And he's just gonna barbarian fly past the entire gap of this this corruption. Hopefully up to about sternum level or however high he can get on this thing.
You get up to basically navel level from where you were at, which is
okay.
right around
So
right
above the belt buckle.
Yeah, which is right around where Hope, Corbin, and Xeno now are.
and just find something on the armor to grab onto.
Yep.
And let's see. I don't think he's really got much he can do as a bonus action. So yeah, he'll just hold that there.
Okay. Any information you want to pass along while you're hanging?
He'll point out the various holes that he can see where the corruption's coming from. What we're after is at the head. I don't know if we're going to have to burn out this corruption first, but we'll figure out what we can.
All right, and that makes it
What
Lulu's
we're after is what we're
Mhm.
after is at the head is story of my life.
I know. Is there anything that Gwyn knows about Titans in general that might be helpful?
Give me a history roll.
Okay. Hey, that's my second natural 20 of the day.
So you are
Sheesh.
aware of primordial ancient titans, which are massive.
I speak primordial.
Which are massive entities. They're creatures, not constructs.
Right.
That are sort of built in as part of the world. Effectively, they exist in they sort of exist as sort of an extension of the world's sentience and will. The planet is not necessarily an inorganic like rock. It has its own, like every world has its own sort of soul, and that's where all sort of magic and things come from and bind with it, and where it binds to the material plane. Titans tend to be an extension of that, sort of an extension of the planet's will. This one is modeled
manifestations of the world's soul.
Yeah. This one is a construct built in their image, which you can't necessarily extrapolate a lot out of because it's part of the Tower of Gods. It might be that you know of Titans, but you've never experienced one. It may very well be that they haven't been created yet, and this might be that might be something that comes up after this. You're not certain.
Okay.
But that would require a lot more information as to the relation of the tower, the insides of the Tower of the Gods, to the Planeshapers' plans. You need to know what they experienced in the previous one and what then appeared after that. There's a lot of conjecture that you can't really make here, but this is definitely not a Titan that you know about.
Okay.
But it is modeled after the Titans that you know about.
Okay. Sounds good. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll just roll with that then.
All right. Lulu. Aaron.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to check an ability. Okay. Yeah, I can't really do that much, so I'm just gonna hop further up.
Okay. You and land up next to the rest of the party, except for Selena, who has now all gotten above the initial band of corruption. Anything else you're doing?
No.
Okay. Selena.
All right. So yeah, I'll hop up, or fly up.
Mm-hmm.
And since this seemed to work out well, not fireball this time, I will cast a quickened immolation.
Okay. Where at?
There's still problems above us.
Yeah, but
once
they're a
we
bit
get
out
there.
of your range from where you're at right now. Unless immolation's distance is greater than 200 feet.
No. Hold on just a second. I just need to check something. It does not an attack roll. Let me see if there's something I have that. Oh, okay. In that case, I will cast a level 5 Chaos Bolt instead.
Okay, at the what's the
Because
range?
Spell Sniper
Aha, yes.
doubles the range. I just had to find something with an attack roll as opposed to making a save, which is weird, but okay.
Well, it's because with the idea of sniping is that it's your ability to fire, not their ability to resist, that is improved.
You're still aiming. Anyway,
It's still
it's
harder.
narrative weirdness to the way that I feel like it's say any spell that does damage from range. But anyway.
Anyways.
But yeah. So there's a 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
Level 5. Oh,
Be sure to roll your d20.
right. Yep.
Ooh,
We're good. We're good.
Close.
close,
fine.
but not there.
That was real close.
Everything's fine. So that is. Hold on. So it's either 3 or 6. Well, fire is 3.
Okay.
And we know fire works, and I somehow suspect poison will not work. And regardless, fire. So that is 29 fire damage. Boom.
So, Gashkar, from below you, you see this ball of fire shooting upwards, gaining almost like an arrow quality as it does, impacting with the flesh and just blasting up into and underneath it, sending chunks of flesh flying off into the distance and forming this sort of triangular path a little ways into the flesh above you.
All right.
And that makes it. Anything else on your turn? That was your bonus action, so
That was my
yep.
bonus action.
That makes it Hope's turn.
Okay. Is Selena the only one who's left on the other side of this?
You're all above the
dashed
flesh
out.
now. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right, we all are. Okay. I'm gonna to get up to the head. There's I'm gonna keep heading up, I guess.
So you're gonna get with your with just a regular dash, not if you use your bonus action dash. You're gonna get basically up to like the sternum.
Okay.
And then there's another band of flesh coming out of one of the armpits and sort of wrapping around the collarbone.
Okay. I'm gonna pause there because I can get ahead of the party really fast. And
the only person being hurt by your radiant consumption, however, is going to be you on this turn if you keep it up.
Yes. Yep. I'm keeping it up.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm not quite there to like another patch of the infection.
Yeah, you're not going to be close enough to the flesh for it to matter.
Oh, okay. Dash, I would be though.
Yes, if you bonus
let's
action dash, you would.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So, action dash and bonus action dash.
Yep.
You speed past Gashkar, and get up to basically where the next band of flesh is now.
Mm-hmm. Does it look the same?
Yeah.
As the other one?
That's
Okay.
the same as the other one.
All right.
Now, however, you can see the head. And so, looking up, because it was really hard to see the head from previously because the chest was in the way. Now that you're above that, you can see this large head made of the same material the rest of the flesh is, a sort of stone-like, granite-like exterior, with a large carved red beard and carved wild red hair going out the back and down. And just coming out of the temple, there's another band of that flesh wrapping around the head and a bit coming out the jaw and going down around the chin and neck area.
Now, Band of Flesh. That is the name of my Guar cover band.
All right, I try and burn part of whatever one I'm closest to.
Yeah. So right now you're at the at the collarbone area. So.
Okay, that was my action and my bonus action, so that's it.
All right. So you take damage from yours, and then it's Corbin.
I will fly, dash, and keep up with Hope. I think I got enough movement to do that.
You're just going to get to the sternum area, I think, with yours.
I got 120 feet if I dash.
What's the? Oh, that's right. You're faster than Hope is climbing because of flying. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hope, what's your speed?
40. So
40,
80, and then 120.
Yeah. So actually,
So
yeah,
same speed.
You get right. You catch right up to Hope.
Outside of the radius of the.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't
Burning
actually
light.
get. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You
No,
can
so.
keep out of the.
But yeah. And I guess I'll take more stabs at this thing that's in front of us too.
And now you can also see the head, which is engulfed in this, whatever this flesh is. You stab 3 times, roll damage. Again, stab,
Wow.
stab, stab. Doesn't feel like you're doing much with the spear, and it is trying to grab it, but because the spear is magical, it's not getting caught.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It continues to move. Xeno's Pegasus continues to fly further up, and Xeno himself just sort of looks down and looks sort of down at his feet dangling, looks back up, and then just begins to hover upwards as he wrenches his staff out of this Titan's side. And as he's sort of hovering, he just reaches out and grabs with one hand, yanks himself up, because Aragonasi can levitate. Just sort of tossing himself up using his own ability to levitate as he does so, moving a little bit faster because he's just able to yank rather than having to climb. And when he gets to a good spot, he sort of pulls himself over and anchors his feet in. He's still a bit of ways below where Hope and Corbin are, but he's not too terribly far away. And that makes it Gashkar's turn.
Yep, we got to catch up with the rogue ahead of us.
Yep. Easily done. Now again, you can see the head and everything above the collar.
Is there, and there was a little bit of a path that was cleared, and the radiant consumption, I'm assuming, cleared a little bit more.
The radiant consumption is clearing very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were to wait for, ideally, if you were to wait for Hope to clear it out using radiant consumption, Hope would probably be dead before it cleared out a significant patch. It's not clearing out very much.
Is like 10 feet above us, is there anything immediately there?
Flesh.
Yeah, is the corruption roughly 10 feet above us at this point?
Oh, it's like only a couple feet above you, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I will blast it with my storm aura because it has a radius of 10 feet.
Okay,
That's what I have.
gotcha. Yeah.
Bonus action, that is doesn't have rage damage because it's not an attack, but 7 points of lightning damage.
So yeah, Gashkar like holds a hand up and lightning jumps off of her, force lightning style, into the flesh. Bits of it char and blacken. It doesn't seem to have quite as much. It doesn't seem to have quite as much an effect as the fire did, but that's probably just because it didn't do as much damage as the fire did.
Probably because it's a thing that I do for free as a bonus action while I'm raging. It's not a spell.
Yeah. All right. Gwynferon.
Given that he's honestly kind of trying to conserve spell slots, he's probably just gonna fly and dash again.
Okay.
And yeah, just make his way up. Still trying to, and if he's starting to get close enough to where he can see the head, I don't know if like
now you can see
the
it.
curve of the pecs are sort of like in the way or anything, but he's gonna start trying to visually distinguish the.
Roughly the time when you get to the sternum, you can start seeing the head.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna be trying to I spy whatever he can see up there, and see if he can get any visual clues as to where this thing is.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. 16. 16.
So there's not really any visual clues, but just based on what you recall from your detect object spell, you imagine it's probably inside the head. And
Okay.
considering that there is corruption coming out of the head, it's probably inside the corruption.
Mm,
Which would make sense,
All right.
because that's the whole reason why the plane shaper can't see it.
Right. Cool. Well, that'll be fun. Yeah. So if he can see the holes where the corruption's emanating from the head of this construct, then he'll start trying to formulate a plan for extraction.
The one that you can see from where you're at, there's one in the temple, and there's some coming out of the mouth.
All right. Temple. We're going with temple. Mouths have teeth.
I mean, every part of this corruption apparently has teeth too.
But
Yes, but
less
the mouth
teeth.
probably has larger teeth.
It's the scary hentai, not the fun hentai. I was looking for that reaction, Aaron.
And Lulu.
Yeah, I know you were. Yeah, I'm heading up to finally get up there as well. Sorry, I had to dash to get there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Go. Nope.
Nothing else? Any bonus? Okay.
No, just I still have a whip that is necrotic.
And Selena.
All right. Let's see. I will just move regular speed because I don't want to use up too many of my sorcery points. So I still have an action.
So you get to roughly sternum level, where everybody else is a little bit above the chest, and yeah, you can now see the head as well.
Cool. Burn, 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 burn. All day long. Burn, burn, burn while I sing this song. Fireball.
Where at?
Somewhere where it's gonna hit corruption and not hit everybody else.
I mean, so you can. What's the range on fireball?
120 feet. Or 150 feet.
You can. Let's see here. Yeah, you can only reach the collarbone right now with that. So.
Well, fine. Level 3 Chaos Bolt.
In that case, you could reach the head.
Yeah. No Wild Magic Surge. 23. That is either acid or thunder. Acid seems to be good for corruption. Let's go acid. So that is 18 acid damage.
So
Melt it away.
this acid reaches up and smashes into part of the flesh around the jaw and just seems to get absorbed into it.
Acid don't work.
Good to know. I do so much acid damage.
I was really hoping Hope would have like thrown an acid vial at it earlier, but
No, I want to do the alchemist fire. That seems more fun.
all right. Hope.
All right. Well, we have to get to the top of this thing. So I'm gonna keep climbing.
Gonna go through the flesh.
Yeah.
All
Again.
right, another dexterity save, another constitution save.
Okay. Do I get advantage on the dex save now that I know it might happen?
Yes. Now that
Okay.
you're aware that it's a possibility.
All right. 27. Good.
Good thing you got advantage on the dexterity save.
Yeah. This was a 9. That's not good. All right, Constitution. Come on. Nope.
Lulu, Selena,
7.
Gwynferon, and Corbin make me dexterity saving, and Gashkar make me dexterity saving throws.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
The rest
Do
of
I even need to roll at
well,
this
no,
point?
you do because
I
it
see it
might get
coming,
lower.
I don't think
That
that's
is
so.
kind of a
Need to see
waste
it
of a
coming
natural 20.
mile off.
Like
I don't know.
Gashkar could have
Dodging
gotten
vomit.
over.
I feel like that's a very valid use of a natural 20.
Like, Selena sees exactly where it's going to direct, and then doesn't say anything because it'll be funny.
Oh.
Corbin, you look up, and food that you remember sharing with Hope last night hits you in the face.
I don't throw up.
Can we limit the exchange of bodily fluids between you two for private locales?
I don't feel good. Okay.
I wipe off my face and flick it at Selena.
All right. All right. How far up am I with just
you managed so
straight movement?
there were spikes that tried to get you, but you managed to get up and over the collarbone. You can actually now stand up if you want, sort of.
Okay.
You are basically standing like sort of in the shoulder neck area.
Okay.
In the clavicle.
Yeah, like right around there. You can use the armor to sort of stand a little bit, although I would still recommend holding on when it moves because. But and there's sort of now you can sort of get a better picture of where all of the corruption is coming from. It's going down out of the mouth, wrapping underneath the jaw just above you, coming out of the temple, wrapping around the crown of the head further up, and there seems to be some coming out of the ears as well, and like sort of wrapping around to the back of the neck.
Okay, I don't feel good. Let's see.
You are poisoned again.
Yep. I'm gonna try and. I have no idea what this thing is. This is weird. I'm gonna keep trying to get up. I'm gonna keep climbing. Bonus action dash.
Okay.
And make a pause there to see if I want to do anything right for my action.
So are
But
you staying?
keep going up.
So you can probably get up to like around the jawline, basically.
Okay.
And it's getting harder and harder to climb because you're about to have to start climbing inverted.
Yep. Okay. Can I find a steadier position? I'm like right here.
Yeah, you're
there's
like-
not really anything. I'm not up to the ear yet.
Nope.
You can go a little bit further towards the back of the neck to get a little bit better of an incline.
Can I grab on the hair? Yeah.
I mean, it's not hair. It's a facade designed to look like
Okay.
hair.
All right.
That makes
well,
it easier to grab.
Let's try and wedge in there. And then I'm going to
Look at that beard.
take a moment to actually find out where we're going, because I don't know that. I'm gonna look forward.
All right, you look forward and see an endless expanse of grassland.
That's terrifying. Okay.
You look behind you and see an endless expanse of undead rising at the feet of the Titan.
Oh God. Okay. Yep.
You haven't been paying attention. You haven't been looking down very much, which is probably good. But
Yeah,
now
no,
looking
I don't
back
want to.
down, it has grown from about 20 skeletons and zombies to a seemingly never-ending field of zombies and skeletons.
Okay. That's great. All right.
At this point, you're not certain that falling would kill you, but the zombies and skeletons certainly would.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna keep if that didn't use like a bonus action, then I'm gonna or an action.
I mean, that would
then
have
I'm
used
gonna
your
keep
bonus
climbing.
action to that would have used your bonus action to get up there. So you're
To-
at the far
Yep.
you're
bonus
as far
action
as
to
you
get
can.
up there. But
Yeah.
looking around, if that didn't use my action, then I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
just keep going.
You're basically you've
I don't
reached
know
the
what
end
this
of your climbing right now for this turn. So
Okay.
you're right around here.
All right. Cool.
Corbin.
I'm gonna wipe my face off one more time and then just leap and fly up.
All right, give me a
Get
dexterity
as
saving
far
throw.
as I can. All right. Do. All right, 12.
All right.
Oh, I
On-
lose hit points.
You failed the dexterity save, but it doesn't matter because they can't hit for shit. Because a 6 misses you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you fly over, and again these spikes shoot out and try to get you, but nothing. They just sort of glance off your armor again, and you land up on the shoulder area, sort of just below where Hope is.
All right.
Sorry. I don't feel good again.
So it looks if you don't want to climb anymore, I'm the size of a large creature right now.
You are?
Yeah, he's
because
still
I'm
enlarged.
still under the effects of the growth.
Oh! Oh my goodness. Could have been doing
I
that
can
the whole time.
fly you to the top of the head, so you don't have to climb through that and throw up again.
Yeah, that might be good. I don't feel great.
Yeah, you look green.
Yeah, I feel green.
That's supposed to be me.
But I don't have any. Oh, I do. I'm gonna reach on my belt, and I'm gonna pull off that agonizer's gun that I have, and I'm gonna aim at the flesh above us, and I'm gonna shoot that.
All right, roll damage.
Okay.
It's
So,
called a flamethrower, by the way.
Yep. 22.
All right, so yeah, Corbin. It's a little bit weird because your hand's a lot bigger than it should be, but you sort of use your pinky to fire and like raise up and this stream of fire just erupts from this little thing that you purchased a long time ago and have never used, and just scorches a path through the flesh up the beard.
All right. Yeah, and that's all I got.
Selena, you see fire happening above you, and no, it wasn't yours.
Fair enough.
Copycat!
For the record, you're supposed to say, but you still look good. You fail.
The ancient titan takes another step. Corbin and Hope hold on, because now you're in a place where it's a lot harder to maintain your balance. As it steps again. Zeno continues to float up slower than the rest of you. He gets about to where Selena is now. Hangs onto the Titan. The Pegasus continues to catch up and fly up. Gashkar.
Bolt any flesh in my way and keep climbing.
All right, give me a dexterity saving throw and a constitution saving throw.
Can I see the dexterity saving throw thing happening?
Yes, you know it's you've seen it happen to other people. You saw it happen to
Okay.
Hope, so you know it's coming.
13, and then con save does not have advantage either way, but wow.
All right,
At a +9 on that, I rolled a 3.
so you feel sick. You also feel pain. As you take 21 points of piercing damage.
I take 10 points of piercing damage.
Sorry, 28, not 21.
I take 14 points of piercing damage.
28 points of piercing damage and are grappled as a spear of flesh jets out into your side and wraps around you.
Well, I presume I wasn't in the middle of my dash at that point, so I'm going to rip that out.
And you are poisoned, so. Because you think so. You can make an athletics check, but you have a disadvantage which matches out, so.
25.
All right, yeah, you reach down and just sort of muscle it out of you.
And
Actually, wait, no,
bolt-
because it's an opposed thing. I need to actually roll for that. Actually, no. The poison gripping you just you try to pull, but it's just too. It rolled a 30. As you
I zap it with lightning for its trouble.
sure, but you are currently stuck,
9 points of lightning damage.
and that'll be the end of your turn. Unless there's something. Yeah, that's your bonus action. Actually, just having with lightning. So, Gwenferon, you see Gashkar having been stuck by the flesh.
How far away from me is Gashkar?
About
It notably seems to be more slowing her down than actually injuring her.
about 50 feet but you also know what this stuff is and the potential for what might happen if Gashkar remains stuck.
Yeah. Does it look like something that I could attack to free Gashkar?
Theoretically. If you were to like blast off the sort of tentacle that's holding Gashkar, then yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to fire a strong enough lightning bolt, I'm resistant to lightning.
I don't have any of those. I am a frost mage. Thank you very much. Okay. Although, does this
I'm
thing
also
count
resistant to cold
as a
damage, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then perfect. Whatever has
That's my
Gashkar bound is catching an ice knife.
Sure. Roll the attack.
Cool. All right. There we go. We are going to cast that at level... let me look here. We're going to cast that at level 3. Why not? Oh, okay. So it takes 11 points of cold damage and needs to make a dex save.
What does your ice knife look like?
It's just this flat kind of jagged shard. It's just very, very dense and thin, heavily blued. It's not like super transparent because of just how dense it is. That just jams into the thing and then shatters out in all directions.
So yeah, Gwenferon just like does like the cowboy spinning the gun motion. Does that, but this shard of ice appears instead and gets flung upwards. Oh,
I briefly consider countering it just because I'm that vindictive, but do not.
You terrible person, Elena.
It's not worth a spell slot.
I mean, it would almost be worth it, especially subtle spelling, so I don't get blamed for it later, but I don't.
That's fair. That's fair. Only Gwenferon knows what the stuff is, so. So yeah, the ice knife impacts, explodes. Gashkar takes the full amount of damage, or it takes half the damage because of resistance, and it takes the fleshy tendril sort of becomes brittle and frost over, but it doesn't seem to have detached entirely.
Okay. So yeah, so the flesh itself takes the 11 damage plus an additional 7 from the explosion. So Gashkar would only take 3, I want to say.
Yeah, it only take the exploded damage. So.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Cool. That's his action. 60 feet of flight movement. Where is that going to put him in terms of landing?
That'll put you up on the collar.
Okay. He will jump up on the collar, but because Gashkar has not gotten quite that high yet, right?
No. Gashkar's a little bit
right.
Gashkar's like
right, and
right
then just drop more or less to all fours and look over the edge, ready to continue his assault there as need be until Gashkar gets freed.
Okay, Lulu.
Okay, so how far does just my move take me? Same area that Gwenferon's at?
60 foot. So Gwenferon didn't dash for that.
Gwenferon didn't.
No,
it would take it where Gwenferon's at, yeah.
Okay. And how far further up do I get with a dash? And what's there?
You could get basically up to the beard and neckline, so the jawline where Hope is.
All right, and sorry, what's up there?
There's corruption coming out of the mouth, wrapping around the chin. There's coming out of the temple, wrapping around the head, and there's some coming out of the ear and going back down the neck. So you've got the safe space between the jaw and the collarbone, and that's sort of pretty much it.
Yeah, I should make sure Gashkar doesn't get left behind. So I'm going to start my movement, and because my whip has reach, while still a ways away without landing, I'm gonna try and whip
Okay.
the tentacle holding Gashkar.
Yep. Go ahead and make the attack.
Which is now I have to check my weapons because I forget which one of the things you named is my whip.
It is the beast hunter, I think, or
That's not one of the names I have.
let me look at it. Hunter's Bane.
Right, thanks. So I'm not in wolf form, so Hunter's Bane.
Yeah, 31 hits.
I should.
Well,
hope
I
so.
certainly fucking hope so. So that's 12 not great magical slashing damage. And then on top of that, there's 7 necrotic. Yeah, it's 7 necrotic at this time.
Alright. So yeah, the chain whip wraps around, and Gashkar, because you're close, you can, even before the necrotic energy sort of seeps in, you get a sense of like writhing agony from the metal of the whip touching the flesh. And the necrotic energy just sort of like weakens the tentacle enough, and as Lulu whips back, it just slices through and it drops off.
All right, and then I'm gonna finish my movement to end where one prawn is.
All right. Gashkar, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry.
Natural 20.
You just sort of punch into the flesh and grab to hold yourself up before you fall, because you were being held up just by the...
Rip what was left of my torso out and just toss it aside.
Yep. That makes it Selena's turn.
All right.
Having advantage on dex saves is not super helpful when you have no dex.
I mean, it is super helpful when you have no dex.
Yeah.
Advantage is advantage, man.
That means you have 2 chances to roll a 1 or a 20.
So we.
Fly up? Do you dash, or do you just regular fly up?
I normal
Yeah.
because I realized something that I probably should have been doing. I bonus action to Misty Step.
Okay. So 30 feet up. Nope. I mean, you get further up on the shoulder. I mean, you could actually no, you could probably get to like the top of the beard, I guess.
Okay. I move as however far that's gonna get me.
Yeah.
And hold on. Okay. And I will let's conserve at this point and just do a firebolt.
That hits.
12.
Yep, 12 hits.
For 15 damage.
Another bit of flesh blackens and chars and falls away. So now you're all basically up around the head. Except for Zeno, who's trailing behind, but he'll get there eventually. And yeah, you can all see the areas where the flesh is coming out of the head, and it's just sort of pulsing and being mostly unappealing and upsetting. Hope, it's your turn.
Yep, unappealing and upsetting. I'm gonna hit it because I don't like it. So
Unappealing and upsetting. I'm pretty sure that's the name of this group.
let's see. Oh wait, I have disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
Yes, you do.
Sorry. Let me do that again. 17.
That hits.
Okay, good. 5, 2, sneak attack. Ooh, 17. Nice.
Okay.
And 15 radiant.
Okay.
And I've got to get away from people because otherwise you'll all get burned.
Or you could turn it off.
It's
I
working
believe
though.
She's already used her action to attack, so
Yes, I have also. Yeah,
you,
I have to
you
use
can
my
bonus
to turn
action
it off.
dash to get away.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I want to
Dash.
get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So bonus action dash to get further up the
Alright.
head. I think I have to go upside down for that, or you get
You
an
sort of
angle.
climb up. Yeah, you climb up at the side, so you get sort of up,
Okay.
up just below the temple.
All right. This is creepy. Okay, that's my.
Stab it in the eyeball.
And I have an extra attack. I forgot that. Let me do that real quick.
You have to do that right.
Your
Stab
extra-
it in the
your-
eye hole.
No, you have
True.
two attacks. Sorry, yeah.
I do. So a 19, 8 slashing, 2 rage.
Same thing as previous. You're hitting it, but not much is happening, and it's trying to grab your sword away from you.
Gah! Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Corbin.
So I'll flying. Am I able to get to the top of the head?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well then I'll look over or down at Gwynferon and be like, "What are we looking for?" And get ready to launch myself off.
That thing.
That's a good
He was
point.
talking to
Sure.
me.
Yeah,
We're looking for stuff.
I'm gonna fly past you.
That is a good point. What are we
That was
trying to
the
do?
answer.
Because I just been attacking stuff without real
God,
rhyme or
No.
because
So I just fly to the top of the head. And land on top.
Okay.
What's up there?
Nothing. Just there's some bits of flesh peeking out sort of around the crown, but mostly you're just sort of standing on this like stone facade of a haircut.
Okay.
There's plenty of places to grab hold though, so you don't fall off.
Yeah.
Tell any of us.
I'm just kind of defaulting
Anyone.
for the record to corruption is bad. We should burn that away. And nobody told me to stop, so I'm
Yeah.
still doing
Burn
it.
away the rot.
Selena is a glorified arcane janitor at this point.
Yeah.
More or less.
Oh,
Alright.
I take my
Uh,
damage.
The Titan moves. Xeno floats up. Gashkar, you're sort of in the middle of the
Continue climbing.
flesh right now. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're still not feeling good. You're still.
It's all right. I'm
poisoned.
angry.
But you managed to get up onto the collar, up onto the collar with everyone else. Anything else you're doing?
Looking over at Xeno wherever Xeno's at.
Zeno has just now gotten to like just below the collar band of flesh.
So, if you have more of that power to cure poison, I could use that.
Yep. Give me a minute. I move slow. He says, sort of hanging off the side of the Titan. Gwynferon.
Okay, so Gashkar's free of area. Am I within 30 feet of any of this corrupted flesh?
Yes, it's right below the
Creepiness.
shelf that you're standing on.
Wand of Detect Magic is out, and he's going to cast that and see what school, if it is magical, and what school it is.
Yes, it's magical.
Yes.
It does not register as a specific school.
Quick
Okay,
question.
then he
Does
wants
that
to make
mean
an
we lose
Arcana check. No, I used a wand.
It is still a concentration thing, though.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
but if
when you cast a spell with a wand, you do have to concentrate.
it's still
on it.
concentration. But if you let it go, if you're just doing it for like just the round and you don't want to hold on to it, then I will say you can still hold on to fly.
Yeah, he'll do that then. Can he make an Arcana check to figure out if casting what effect, if any, he thinks casting Dispel Magic on the corruption would accomplish?
You don't need to make an Arcana check. It's a creature, so no.
Okay. I mean, you can cast it on a creature and it will lose.
You can, but
Like,
it won't have any.
as far as
You're not detecting any spell effects with your detect
Okay.
magic, so
yeah, that's what
that
he's trying.
you would effectively be trying to dispel Selena.
Okay. Oh, that's
Don't
the thought.
dispel me.
Oh,
The awful thing is that Gwenfron's like, ooh, experiment for later.
He is Galadier's student after all.
Only if I don't dispel you first. Wait, are we talking in euphemisms here, or are we actually talking about dispel? Selena's not
Actually-
sure.
No.
Oh,
Ron is actually talking
in that
about
case,
this.
I'll just counter.
Right. No, he's yeah. For the invariable moment when Selena and Gwyn go at it, he has plans. It's all
You're
good.
gonna have to specify what you mean by going at it.
I
Yeah.
was going to say this.
I feel like he doesn't necessarily understand the other versions of that meaning well enough to plan for them.
All I'm going to say is going along with the euphemism, dispel you.
Anyways,
Yeah, and
you're pretty certain dispel
let's
magic
see.
wouldn't do
He
anything.
will. Okay, all right. He's still got his movement left. How far is it from where he's standing to the ear hole or the temple hole?
You can, about 40 feet.
Okay, he'll hold for now then. And he'll sort of look over his shoulder. It's very likely that what we're looking for is somewhere inside the cranial cavity. Access through one of these lateral holes might be our best option, but we're probably going to have to eliminate a fair bit of the corruption in order to actually make any progress to the interior of this thing's physiology.
So burn it out.
I feel like
I
that
heard
requires
peop-
an intelligence save for Lulu to understand it. Okay, she got most of it.
I heard y'all are doing great. Do exactly what you've been doing.
That's not entirely wrong.
Lulu.
Okay, so down at the bottom, I was told essentially go fetch the magic stick. And that doesn't seem to have changed.
Nope.
So with the 17, Lulu basically understands it's inside of the brain
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go get the
We're
brain
trying to
box.
use fancy words, but we're moving right past that. So yeah.
Get in its brain.
Can I get to any of the entrances?
Yeah, the mouth is just above you, the ear is
Yeah.
only a little bit far away, and there's the hole in the temple that's it's about the edge of your range of flight, but you can get there.
Best bets for where a magic stick may be?
I mean, they all sort of can connect to the center of the head, so.
Okay. So I'll go for the closest one. Just dive on in.
Alright, so you fly up to
I'm flying.
the, we'll say ear. And it's just clogged with this gunk that is coming out of it. It's got all the fleshy corruption inside of it.
Okay.
You can't actually
Um,
get into it without getting rid of it.
Yeah. Do I have any?
I gotta play.
Maybe,
I'm trying to remember the ability. I believe I have advantage on certain knowledge checks. As a blood hunter.
Yes.
Do-do-do.
Against Fae, Fiend, and Undead, I think.
Yeah. Intelligence checks to remember things about them, and wisdom survivals to.
Yeah, give me a history check with advantage.
Okay.
So the 16. So you recall the feel of your whip hitting the flesh earlier seemed to have more effect than you expected.
Okay.
It sort of reacted very similarly to the way that things that are weak to silver does.
All right. Oh, that is especially good. So Lulu will just yell out, "Anyone have more of the death magic?" and whip this thing.
Roll the attacks.
Cool. Hunter's Bane. Seven, 15.
That hits.
Okay, 14 slashing damage, which is max. Second attack.
Oh, that was with the fang.
Oh, oops. That was with the fang and in wolf form. 30?
That hits.
I'm trying to figure out if my Crimson Rite applies once per round or
No,
every
it
time.
applies
I
every
hit.
time you hit.
Every time you hit.
Okay. So 2 fucking necrotic damage and 13 additional flash.
So Lulu, with this long chain whip, slices in, and it seems like the whip just digs in and rips out 2 chunks of flesh from the ear canal, and they just come apart like butter almost at the onslaught of this whip as it rips in and rips out. There's still plenty in there pulsing out, and it seems to be pulsing more angrily now, but you have made a good chunk out of the ear canal.
Cool. And as a reminder, I'm
tumor
not
embryo.
within 5 feet of it. I'm within 10 feet of it because I've got a whip.
Yep.
I don't know if that will matter, but
You do indeed have reach. That makes it Selena's turn.
All right. What I heard was burning is good.
Is there a particular place you're trying to burn? Lulu seems to have started digging out the ear.
Yeah, but if I throw fire in there, it's gonna burn her, and
it's fine.
I mean, I suppose that's bad.
There's also another place you could.
Technically,
There's a hole in the temple where it's coming out of. You could start digging into if you want.
am I within 90 feet of that?
Yes, you are.
Let's throw some immolation there.
Okay.
Heyo.
Oh, wild magic surge happens.
The time has come.
Uh,
Which also actually means
The day is mine.
Your
My
Tides of Chaos comes back.
A 22 or a 59. So let me look and see. Don't say what they are. I want
No.
it. I want.
Does
I want
Tides
people
of Tides of Chaos come back if you naturally do it? If I don't trigger it?
I believe it just comes back when you next Wild Magic Surge. Let me check.
to-
that's a good question.
No. Were as written, no.
Yeah, I have to
John
trigger
can
it.
deny it for me indefinitely.
All right.
I'm holding it for a special occasion.
I'm just gonna say all I noticed is that all of a sudden
Okay.
you started holding on to it once I gained the ability to choose between 2 rolls.
I have always triggered it at dramatically appropriate situations.
Oh. Well.
Oh, that's not a good noise.
No.
No.
This is fine. This
Yeah.
is good.
Both good.
Yeah, that first one I don't think is, or that second one I don't think is particularly great.
I mean,
I would only
regaining-
get a second level spell slot back. So 22. Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast in the next minute that involves a saving throw. Since this goes off before the spell
Yeah, it does apply.
occurs,
It applies to this one.
it has disadvantage to its dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a fungus. It can't have that good of a deck save.
So DC 17 dexterity save.
And
That's a lot of sixes.
Christ.
58 fire damage.
No.
Nice.
Damn.
No. 40 fire damage. And it's going to continue making
Oh, that's right.
Ah.
It is lit on
taking
fire.
damage from here on. It is a concentration spell.
Okay.
It is lit on fire.
Yes, it
Yep.
is. It is lit on fire. So an eruption of flame comes out of the temple area as flesh begins to fall and scatter, and there's still fire going on inside there.
It also sheds bright light.
Yes.
Ooh.
Fortunately, it's sunlight out, so.
But bright light.
I mean, there's bright light inside his skull, where I'm imagining it's a little bit darker.
All right. Anything else? on
Here's
your
a
turn?
question.
Yeah, move closer.
Yes, Quinferon.
So, given that the disadvantage is applied to the next spell, does that disadvantage continue as long as he's making dexterity saves against that spell? Like, will he be at disadvantage for all ensuing
No.
on this casting of Immolation?
No,
Okay.
just the initial one.
Mhm.
It would be broken
Okay.
otherwise.
I mean, it's a
'Cause then you could cast-
2% chance.
Then you could cast Maze.
No, well, hold on. I need to point something out. To be fair, creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next
multiple.
spell you cast in the next minute that involves a saving throw.
Eh.
Because my interpretation is this was the spell, and therefore all saving throws made against this spell, since it was cast within the next minute, will be at disadvantage, even if there are multiple saving throws that need to be made
I
against
read
this
that.
individual
I
spell.
read that as if you cast a fireball, all the people that are hit by the fireball have disadvantage.
That is
Not
fair.
Sure.
not the saving throws that result from the effect of the spell after the spell has been cast.
Okay.
Cool.
That is because it also says creatures, and you're targeting one. If you wanted to read it like that, then I would say you'd have to have. Anyways, but but no, not that it matters because it doesn't have a dex save.
Just is.
So it's just gonna burn until it burns out.
It is
Yeah.
semi-immobile. It cannot save.
It is functionally immobile. Yes. That's why it infests other things and makes them move for it. It has a speed of 0. Anyways. Yep, that makes it Hope's turn.
Okay, can I get to a place that is not on fire or being hit by a whip?
Yes, the mouth.
Okay, all right. Well, I do that, and I know that this thing has been trying to suck in my sword this entire time, and we need to get inside. So I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be smart. That's gonna work.
Okay.
That's gonna work.
Roll your attack.
All right, I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah, it's not just gonna grab you.
That is the point. I am on fire right now.
Ninjas can't catch me if I'm on fire.
So, you go to punch.
Yeah.
Punch, and you slip, and you basically just fall face first into the flesh,
Ow.
which proceeds to wrap itself around you.
Yep. Okay, it worked. Same effect.
The good news is the only thing that you're vomiting into is your own face.
Mm.
The
You
bad
then
news
feel-
is
you
you're
then-
vomiting.
You then feel
Yep.
the flesh pierce into your skin.
Oh joy.
Well, Hope's dying again.
And you take 18 points of acid damage.
Okay. All right.
As you
acid
feel
damage.
it beginning to dissolve aspects of the inside of your skull.
Okay. 18. Good. Good. All right. Cool.
At this point, the less cruel fate might just be to throw yourself off of the Titan.
Everyone else,
That is
you now
such an
see.
ASMR approach, though.
Everyone else, you now see Hope head first stuck in the flesh. Gwynferon, that's concerning.
All right, that was my one
Get
attack.
her out of there!
Can I make another attack, or am I stuck?
You are currently stuck.
Okay, just stuck.
Yep. You can try to muscle. You lose the extra. You lose the extra attack.
I use my like. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have a bonus action?
You do. You do have a bonus action.
Okay. What can I do with that?
Do you still have radiant consumption?
I do. Is that correct? Let me check this. Sorry. I wrote myself.
Hopefully, it'll
sheet
burn
and
the stuff around your head at least.
Dang it! I'm already stuck in here. I can't get out as a bonus action, because that'd be. Can I?
That would be making an escape attempt
No.
as a bonus.
Yeah,
action.
that would be a whole. Yep. I'm gonna
You could,
leave
you
it up.
could grapple as a bonus action.
So
I-
I
Yes,
don't mean
Aaron?
to tell Mara what to do, but
Yeah.
as a rogue, you have access to disengage bonus action, correct?
Yes.
Now
But
that's
that's
not
not-
likely to let
I'm
you get
stuck.
away, but it may make it harder for those things to continue hitting.
That'd
Right?
be a
No,
bonus
that-
action, I believe.
that's-
No, that's
Okay.
dodge.
Yeah. That's
Right. I'm
Well,
bad at this.
Dodge.
Monks can dodge as a bonus action, but unfortunately
I
not
can't
rogues.
dodge. Yep. Mhm.
Also, you could even
Okay.
if you were a monk, you couldn't dodge because you're restrained.
Yeah. I can end radiant consumption on a bonus action, but I'm hitting this thing with this, and that is.
Okay.
I need to keep doing that.
Let's see if you turn.
So nope.
No?
Gonna try and see if I can, cause there's a lot. So I'm on fire currently. There's a lot of fire around. I don't know how, like Jello, the inside of this thing is, but I'm going to attempt to see if I can figure out where this stupid rod is.
You can't see
Can I
anything.
do? Okay. Dang it.
You are
I
face
hit
first
it
in it.
though. Can how
You
how
didn't hit it. You
gelatinous
fell
is
into
this?
it.
Okay. I fell
I'm
into
gonna
it.
clarify.
My face is sensing everything around me.
Right
Can
now, your
I-
face is in
and-
pain.
Yep. Can I do? I'm trying to figure out how I can explain how I can use
Roll an
eye
insight
for
check.
detail to find where the stupid thing is.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. As my face is being melted off, I have disadvantage.
Now your face isn't being melted off. The skull behind your face is being melted off.
10. Nope.
Nope. Pain. Pain.
Ow.
Lots of
Okay.
pain.
That's my turn.
Corbin.
So I'm on top of the skull and saw, or the
Yeah,
on
you
top
just
of
saw
the thing.
that.
I saw none of this. Did I
No,
hear
no.
Gwen
No,
Braun
you saw
yell?
it because you were looking over. You saw it.
Oh, okay.
You saw Hope face plant into the.
How far away am I from that?
Probably about 50 feet.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll fly into that and from
Pull her out.
yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I was checking to see. Yeah, I got a knife. I'll just stab into it, go rip down the side, not to stab her in the face, and then pull back.
Give me an athletics check.
So, all right.
You have advantage because you're in a large.
Yep.
Oh God!
Holy shit!
So you grab the flesh and you raise your knife and you stab down, forgetting that your knife is not magical.
Yeah.
And as you stab into it, the flesh erupts around you. Have any of you seen Akira?
I'm
Um,
really fucking upset with any of you that haven't.
I've only seen it recently, but it really very well describes what's happening right now as the flesh engulfs Corbin too. So
My armor is magical, though.
doesn't matter. So Corbin, you also find yourself hands and face locked into this thing just above Hope, and you feel something piercing into the flesh of your face. As
Okay,
you
serious
take,
question. Does anyone have any necrotic spells?
You take 21 points of acid damage.
All right.
Gwenferon, there are now 2 people stuck in the flesh.
So, having just witnessed Hope and then Corbin attempt to motorboat a bucket of acid jello.
I did not try to do that. I tried to retrieve the motorboater.
And slipped.
Retrieve the motorboater is my Tallahassee bluegrass band name.
All right.
Oh man.
I want to inquire to the GM if there is a possibility for a creative use of a spell here.
Sure. It's not your turn yet.
Steel Wind Strike. Oh, okay.
It's not your turn
Sorry.
yet. I was just
All right.
informing you that now the
Okay.
information that you haven't shared with the rest of the party yet is now doubly more pertinent.
Right.
It's the Titan's turn, and by extension, the flesh stuff. So Hope and Corbin, you both take another 20 points of acid damage as you feel something injecting itself
Oh,
behind your skull.
important note. No, Corbin was there after my turn ended. Never mind.
Yes.
You don't take that damage.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So
Give
the
it
two
time.
of you have this strange feeling of something drilling through your skull and going through it.
It's okay.
Zeno gets up to the collar. Zeno gets up to the collar and looks up and that doesn't look good. It says pointing at them who are stuck in the flesh.
If you can give me a hand, I'm going to have to go help with that.
No. I got this.
My turn.
And
comes
It ain't
up.
gonna feel good, but I got
Oh.
this.
Touches Gashkar and casts Lesser Restoration on Gashkar.
All right.
Wait. What is this? Let me. Question: Ancestral protectors. Let me throw this in the. Can I use this on?
You didn't hit.
Corbin getting hit?
No. Corbin
No?
didn't get hit. Corbin face planted into it.
Okay. Dang it. Also, I didn't hit the thing before.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Gashkar, your turn.
All right. I'm going to climb up there and try and rip both of them out because I have 2 attacks to try and grapple each of them and pull them out.
An athletics check.
Okay, unless fate is really trying to screw with us right now. 33.
All right, you reach around Corbin's enlarged waist and yank, and there's this ripping sound. As Corbin, you take another 16 points of acid damage. As you rip Corbin free, and the first thing you notice is that not all of the flesh came free. Around Corbin's head, there are 6 little tendrils of flesh extruding from his face.
You should probably pull those out while I get your friend. And I'm going to grab Hope.
Now you another athletics check.
Please. 30.
Again, there is that same sound of ripping. Hope, you take 20 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And again, there are these 6 little tendrils of flesh extruding from Hope's face. Wiggling, much like the flesh is extruding from the Titan.
The 2 of you should probably deal with those. Actually, here's a question. This is a weird use of this ability, but all of my allies that are within my storm aura are resistant to lightning damage along with me.
Okay.
The storm bolt from my lightning aura technically hits a 5-foot radius.
Are you asking if
Can
you can
I-
bolt the flesh out of them?
Yes.
Sure. You can absolutely try.
For 12 lightning.
Lightning hug.
All right.
We can all take 6.
6.
All
Okay.
3 of you take 6 points of damage
Okay.
as lightning strikes you, and the flesh tendrils picking out of your face get singed, but continue to wiggle.
Okay. Didn't do enough.
Gwynferon.
So he glances. So he looks over at Gashkar and just points 2 fingers out. Those things will infest them and take over their minds if we do not extract that as swiftly as possible.
It's I.
Why didn't you tell us before?
I got this. Hold very still.
I was busy. Okay. God damn it. I don't think I have anything that I can
You know the
use for
telekinesis
that
spell.
yet. Nope.
You know what a fun interaction with this particular demon and revenants is?
No.
You don't die.
Nope. Nope. You are not dead.
The station is not dead.
Does this thing... Would Mind Spike work on this at all?
You have no idea.
Okay.
You don't know how intelligent it is.
Right.
Basing
Well, I mean,
basing it off of your understanding of cordyceps would not be intelligent enough for Mind Spike. It's not a level of intelligence that Mind Spike can affect. So you don't know if extrapolating up it being this much bigger, it's more intelligent or not. You have no idea.
Or
I mean, like-
being demonic.
As long as it counts as a creature, Mind Spike can be applied to it.
Oh, does Mind Spike not have the caveat of if it's under a certain intelligence, it doesn't do anything?
No, it doesn't have an intelligence prereq.
Oh, well then, yeah, theoretically.
As long as
it
it
is-
can take psychic damage.
It is a creature, so.
Okay. If he can, he will target the fungus on Hope and attempt to cast Mind Spike on it.
Okay.
Let me roll for that one.
Okay. Hope, what's your wisdom save modifier?
Currently, +1, 3.
Okay. It fails. Hope, you take 16 points of
All right.
psychic damage.
16?
Yep.
Okay. I'm still up. I have 8 hit points.
Can I tell that Hope took the damage, not just the fungus?
Yes. Looking at it, you're pretty
Okay.
certain that, and sort of doing some quick calculations based on how little effect that it had when Gashkar got hit, or when Gashkar hit them with lightning, you're pretty certain that the fungus, now it's actually a separate entity and that it takes on properties of whatever it's infesting.
Okay.
no.
All right.
So because they were because they were resistant to lightning damage at the time, so was the infection.
Right. Right. Yep. He will shout that out to Gashkar as well. And then glance around to see how everybody else is doing.
Is, the thing out
Is
of
he at a
range?
position where...
No, it's still in your brain.
Is he in a position...
Okay.
Is Gwyn in a position where he's not going to have to work? Like, is his footing fairly stable right now, or is he in peril of potentially falling?
You need to grab onto something, but
Okay, he'll grab onto something and secure himself and try and prepare for whatever's about to happen next.
Lulu.
Okay, so I understand that this is not technically what the ability is for.
Mm-hmm.
But I have healer, which makes me better with healers kits. I have a herbalism kit and a few healers kits. And also Lulu is not at all squeamish. Can I emergency surgery these things out?
Yeah.
Just take a knife to... Okay.
Yeah, I would say that you've actually probably had experience with similar infestations, and
I'd assume so, yeah.
Aren't you halfway in ahead now, though, to be fair?
No,
No,
Lulu's
I
right
was
outside.
like standing outside of the ear canal, so I think I can fly over
So,
there.
Jeremy, you're off screen.
Yeah.
Audience cannot see you. Yeah, no, you can hop over there and start extracting.
Yeah.
Who are
So
you working on first?
Lulu hears this about, oh, those things are going to burrow into your brain and affect you. And she just fly hops over, pulls out a small knife, some antiseptic, and is like, hold still.
To who?
Oh,
Ah!
I care more about you at this time.
God!
Give
That
me
does
I
a
haven't really interacted with Corbin.
give me a
I-
medicine
I
check.
know you. This is
Do I get
random.
advantage?
Nope.
Hey,
23.
That's not bad.
Right.
23.
So you basically sort of hop up and actually like put your like sit on Hope's shoulders to get a better advantage point. Just like yank the head back, hold still, knife.
It's actually probably like, hold still. 3, 2, jab, 1. Like the doctors do with the needle.
You're sort of like
On 3. 1,
You're
2,
sort of
stab.
sitting on top of Hope's shoulders. Hope,
Yep.
you take you take 3 points of slashing damage
Okay.
as
that's,
Lulu cuts you
half
open.
to 1.
Yeah, that'll be half to 1.
Okay. Yep.
And you managed to, with that mistake, you managed to extract 3 of the 6.
Okay.
And so as you pull them out, and this is a day for video game references. You guys know what the you know what the unborn ones look like in Bloodborne?
Nope.
The little like long wormy things that have like all manner of tentacles on the end, like a fishtail on the other end. That's what these look like, but made of flesh as you
Okay.
rip them out. So you get 3 of them. All right, that'll make it
They're like a mushroom version of the gold.
I mean, I made the Pokemon reference earlier.
that'll be make it Selena's turn.
All right. So just to clarify the situation, pretty much everybody's hovered around these two at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gwen's
Second
still on
question.
the shoulder.
Oh no, that's
but
fine
yeah.
because Selena doesn't give a fuck about killing the rest of you.
That's fair.
Second, how badly hurt does Hope look?
Real bad. It's real
7
bad.
hit points, I believe.
Yep.
7?
Yep.
7?
Yep.
How many hit points do you have marked on your sheet total? Because it looks like you have way more than that.
Oh, sorry. It's because I've been doing it in calculator instead of on the sheet. Yeah. No, I have
Jeez.
7.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's real bad.
Well. Huh. Yeah, you'll survive it. Fireball.
Roll damage, and I need Gashkar, Hope, Corbin, and Lulu to roll dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
You will get to 0 hit points. You'll be on the verge of
You know
death,
what?
and then
Yeah,
Arjuna.
10.
I don't have
At-
advantage.
At this point, I want to trigger that wild magic surge.
Okay.
I need to get a resilient feat so I can get proficiency.
Sorry,
in dex
did
saves.
you roll damage?
Would it be
Not
straight
yet.
dexterity
Okay.
because of feral instinct if I see her casting, or is too much going on
Too much
for
is-
me to
you
know?
currently-
Those are the worst
you-
options.
Oh no!
You currently have a halfling on your face cutting into
Yep.
you. You cannot
Yep.
see the fireball coming.
Cool. No
Side
problem.
note, I think I made the save with a 19, if I remember Selena's DC right. Did I actually make it, given that I am on top of someone?
Yes, you made this.
Yes, you made it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I need to ask an important question.
Okay.
Modron or
If I
potted
get
plant?
polymorphed, am I still flying?
No,
Why
How
not?
does...
because
Yes, she
Because
is.
you don't want me
Because
to.
the GM wants to make it harder for you.
Either that or
Okay,
the
okay,
GM
Sam.
really wants to go
No.
for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference.
so you would still have the fly spell cast on you. You are however incapacitated and incapable of actually flying, so you would still be
Yes, but you
falling
can still
functionally.
Okay, that
Offering.
does make sense. Yeah. Okay.
No, you would be
Oh, is that the
incapacitated
potted plant
and wouldn't
one?
be able to fly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have the
It's
fly
my
spell
favorite
on
one.
you, but you're not able to use it in potted plant form. Because it specifically says, while a plant, you are incapacitated.
Yep.
Okay.
Potted
That
plant
works.
form.
Gonna
That's
say,
beautiful.
Trinket got a lot of fly spells cast on him.
Yes, it's not that the fly spell goes away. It's that you can't make use of it.
Okay. I was like, what are you doing to my fly spell?
No.
I'm so
So-
confused.
What's happening?
I will point. All it says for incapacitated is that you can't take actions or reactions. It does
Yes,
not say you
and-
cannot move.
Fly,
Fly.
moving
Flying
is an
doesn't
action.
Moving is not an action.
Moving is not an action, but
it's-
if you are incapacitated, you cannot move. I am saying that as the game
Okay.
master right now.
Fair enough.
I don't
That's
care
what
if
that's
the
what-
book doesn't clarify that.
What's happening? What's happening, Selena?
So
I don't know what the other option
I'm
is.
not going to fall 2,000 feet or whatever.
As a potted
Well,
plant.
I have vulnerability to all forms of damage. Although I probably wouldn't hit the ground before I switched back, but still. So instead, it was what is it? A Modron controlled and occupied by the DM appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you, and then disappears 1 minute later.
So, for everyone else, a oddly geometrically shaped creature made of metal and whirring gears with a pair of wings that don't look like it should support it, with one big eye in the middle of it and too many limbs, appears hovering next to the Titan.
What up, dude?
How much damage do I take?
So I only cast it at level 3.
Hmm.
So that is 22
Hmm.
have to 11 for everybody who made their save at DC 17.
I'm out. I'm down 0.
That's fine. You're somebody will bring you back.
I have a
24
healer's kit
hours.
actively out. I can fix you.
I mean, not in 24 hours. We have a cleric there. His whole purpose is to cast spells to heal people.
If he's that high level, I actually didn't inquire.
Healing word is first level.
Yeah.
He also cast heal the spell on you previously.
Yeah.
And he conjured a Pegasus in
All
front
right.
of everyone.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
I
he's
don't know
at
how
least
magic
got
works.
healing word.
So hope
Okay.
that-
Oh,
are the
oh,
things dead?
Maybe
yes,
Valkyr clerics are too
the-
chill for healing
So
word.
can I get like an Arcana roll or something to identify what type of Modron this is?
Sure. And yes, all of the wiggling tendrils that are in your collective faces are now gone. burnt to ash. There are still
19.
holes in your faces from where they dug into your skull, and that hurts. 19.
Oh God, they've got pentapox.
It is a. It is. Let me look at the name of the particular type of Maldron.
6 holes.
That it is.
There are 6 holes.
It's usually insert a.
It's
the
the-
Latin word for a number of sides.
Sept.
Dro.
Or sext.
Um,
Sept is 7.
it is a.
Monodrone, I think.
I
If
think
it's the
it's
circle one with the one eyeball.
No, it's not a circle. It's
Oh,
it would
oh.
be a 6-sided mod. It's a 6-sided Maldron.
Oh.
Yeah.
It'd be a sexadron.
A
Yeah.
a septon.
So 7 sides.
Sorry, no.
Yeah, sept is 7.
Sept is 7.
Hexton. It's a
Or
hexton.
Monodrone,
hex-
duodrone,
hexadrone.
tridrone, quadrone, pentadrone.
Pentadrone hexton.
Oh,
Hexton.
okay.
Which is
Okay.
actually one of the hierarch ones.
Okay, it's a hexton.
Yes.
Yeah,
The hexton.
Thing.
Okay.
it's just standing there staring. It's just hovering there, staring at you.
What up, dude?
Hope. Make me a death saving throw.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Alright.
your radiant consumption is still on, isn't it?
Yes, because I
God
didn't turn it
damn
off.
it!
So,
Why don't you turn
make it
that
so.
shit off?
Make a death
Because
saving
I
throw.
was trying to enter it.
Make a death saving throw.
Yep.
Don't
Does
fail.
the poisoned effect
No.
death saving
No,
throws?
no, it does
Okay, so it's normal. Good. Nope.
One failure. You then take
Yep.
damage from your radiant consumption, resulting in 2
Mhm.
failures.
Yep.
Also-
Okay.
Corbin, Lulu, and Gashkar also take damage from your radiant consumption.
Uh-huh.
How much?
How much?
7.
7.
Yep.
Mm.
7 points of radiant damage.
William, we lost your camera.
Oh, sorry. Why does Skype do that?
I don't know. And that makes it Corbin's turn.
Okay, so I will. I have a hand on Hope, seeing as how the flesh kind of melted that part there. So I'm just gonna straight up use healing hands.
Or
On her,
land,
so
land
she's-
hands. Yes.
Land hands. So 10 hit points.
Sweet.
I believe that's my action. And yeah, I can't really. I don't have anything to do as a bonus action. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be like, hey, are you awake? You awake?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Is it out?
Yes.
Okay.
Looks fine.
Ow.
The Titan moves, and the Modron gets left behind.
Later, dude.
Bye. The Pegasus lands on the Titan now. And let me look at it. Come on, D&D Beyond, why you suck? Image Pegasus. Give me information on the Pegasus. Alright, no, they do not have any healing powers. Okay. Unicorns do. Pegasus don't. Excuse me. Xeno sort of clambers up to, or hovers up to the mouth area where the rest of you are, lands and casts Mass Cure Wounds
Sweet.
at. Yeah, no, he'll just cast it at 5th level. You all regain everyone, because you're all in range. If you had lost hit points, regain 20 hit points.
Sweet.
Woohoo.
I get
That is a
5
nice
out of my
mass
mending
cure
fin.
wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to step out of the way of Hope's radiant aura, because he knows what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Gashkar.
Does there seem to be a path to be had, or is this just a writhing mass of flesh?
It's still currently a writhing mass of flesh. There was no progress made here. The ear canal got dug out a little bit, but it still has more to go, and the temple is on fire,
Still
but
on
they're
fire.
still there.
I will go and climb my way toward the temple and see how that fire's going along.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
It took more damage, but
It took an additional 17 fire damage to the temple.
okay. All right. Yeah, no, it's still burning.
I will sort of. Is there any ground that is safe to stand on here?
No, you're. I mean, the head if you climb all the way up, but you're sort of hanging off the side of the face right now.
All right. I will just kind of help clear a little bit more of a path with lightning. 11 more lightning damage.
Okay.
Goodness,
Zeno.
every round.
Zeno looks. Zeno would have looked over at Gwen and Selena and indicated the mouth area. The three of us could probably clear this. And so Gashkar lightning to the temple. Gwynferon.
Yeah, he'll join in with some ice.
Where at?
Let's see. There's fire in the temple, right?
There's fire in the temple. Yeah.
Okay. He will head for the ear then.
Okay. Over to the ear.
Cool. Ray of Frost there. 27 to hit. Wow, that's shitty ass damage. 5 cold damage.
You apply a thin veil of ice to the flesh on the inside.
Okay. Does it seem to have done any damage or?
It probably did some damage.
Okay. And yeah, so that's
rolled a 1,
right.
2,
And then
2.
just kind of check over his shoulder to see how the previously infested are coming along.
Okay. I mean, they
the swarm.
they are not currently infested.
Okay. Good.
Lulu.
Okay. Well, given that Hope is back up, Lulu's just gonna fly back over to the ear and go back to the whip.
All right.
I freeze it, you shatter it.
15.
15 hits. Yep.
Cool. So that would be 8 necrotic and 14 slashing.
Okay.
Second attack,
Rip out another chunk.
20 hits, right damage 4, so 12 slashing and 4 necrotic.
Yep. You rip out another chunk of it out of the ear. You're getting. You've got a decent amount of. You could probably crawl into it now if you wanted to, without touching any of the
I'm
flesh.
gonna wait until there's stuff out of there first.
All right. That makes it Selena's turn.
Oh. Another 21 damage.
Yep.
And yeah, let's do a let's keep it low. Let's do a firebolt.
Where are you at Silt Temple?
No. That situation is resolving itself. It's just continuing to burn because apparently it doesn't get to make dexterity saves,
Nope.
which is glorious. So concentration or a minute, right?
So aiming at like the hole in the mouth then,
Yeah,
or
up
the
to
ear.
a minute. Yeah, aiming at the mouth because I want to try and shatter any ice that asshole does.
Oh, he was aiming in the ear.
I didn't put it in the mouth.
Oh, I thought you said mouth. Never
No,
mind.
he was aiming at the ear.
Ear then.
Zeno suggested the
Ear.
mouth, but all right. So you go over to the ear, throw it in.
I mean, the good news is, had that been a fireball, I would have rolled a d20, and it would have been another surge.
Fortunately,
Did I just shoot someone? Tell me I shot someone.
I was
No,
gonna
you-
say
you-
I am
you
standing
didn't-
right in front of the ear canal.
You're standing 10 feet away from the ear canal. No one is
That's
standing
true.
right in front of the ear canal. So no, you just splash harmlessly off the ear. It's a smaller hole, harder to aim at.
No, you know what? That's fine. I will spend 2 just to prove that I can do it better than G minor. I'm going to spend two sorcery points to fireball the ear as well.
Okay.
Not a surge.
No.
Fireball. There is fireball. And let's cast it at I haven't used any of my 4th level spells yet. 21. No. Holy crap.
Look at all those ones. 1,
And
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones, 2 2s, and 2 4s.
Is that 6?
The higher level
two twos.
casting was also 2 1s.
No, that's 1d6.
No, it's 1d6.
Oh,
that
the
came out of 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the ones confused me. So 1 5.
Yeah,
Sorry,
just
Yeah.
4
1,
1.
5.
Only
4
4 1s. All right.
Out of
I will spend 1 more sorcery point to re-roll those 4.
Sounds good.
I'd roll the 2s as well, but you can only roll as many as your charisma modifier.
It's because you were trying so hard.
Grand total extra 3 points of damage.
No, it literally made no difference because those 1s are 2s anyway.
Oh. Ha!
Yeah.
Absolutely no difference.
25 points of fire damage.
Nice try, Selena. We're doing real well.
No, just 20 points of. Oh, yeah, 25. Yeah, sorry. there,
25.
25
Hey,
points
hey.
of fire damage.
Nobody knows that it was really shitty damage. It was still a big ass ball of flame.
It just erupts out of the ear canal.
I look over at G minor.
He gives you a smile and a nod.
Eyes narrow. I'm done.
Okay.
That was everything I could do.
I need to figure out if Call Lightning can go horizontally or not.
I just,
I believe it specifically says that it's vertical,
It's
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
spent 3 sorcery points out of spite.
It happens.
Yep.
I like that like storm clerics get call lightning instead of lightning bolt. It's kind of irritating.
I mean, they don't always get the best spells because that's stupid.
Also, Call Lightning is a clerical spell in general. Lightning Bolt is a arcane spell in general.
I say
Yeah,
one is calling down lightning from the heavens. The other one is extruding lightning from your person.
They get destructive wave though.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
My turn.
It is it's Hope's turn.
Okay,
That said-
I descend into furious swearing. Just a lot of just everything. And I regain 1 hit point. Yay.
That said, depending on how big the opening is, lightning might be able to flash from outside to the inside because it doesn't have to strike straight down.
And radiant consumption. And I'm gonna healing hands on myself.
Okay.
So I have 15 more hit points.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's much. That was technically healing hands was the action. Radiant consumption, bonus action. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Corbin.
All right. How is the flesh in the mouth looking? Is it looking like it's easier?
It hasn't been damaged at all.
Oh, all right. Then, yeah, I'm gonna.
It did get radiant consumption. It did.
It did
have,
get a,
I was.
It did have a
stuck
little
in-
bit of
it's
radiant
slightly
energy damage
singed.
to it. It is
Damn
slightly
it.
singed.
Slightly singed.
All right. I'm gonna take off the haft on my back, activate it, and the radiant axe is coming out, and I'm just tearing into the stuff in the wall.
Okay. Make attacks.
All right,
Important
so-
question. I can manipulate objects as my turn, right?
Yeah.
Last thing I do is I have the horn of silent alarm. I'm just pointing it at the thing, at the middle of this thing, and I'm just going to
So Hope
Yeah.
pulls out a horn and begins blowing in it, and nothing happens because nobody else can hear it.
That's my turn.
Is it broke?
As
As I cleave into the.
It's not broken.
so yeah,
that-
you
Hearing a loud sound.
begin carving away flesh from the mouth.
Is Hope trying to annoy the fungus?
Yes. Yes.
Titan moves. Zeno walks over to the group of people attacking the ear canal. Leans over and looks in. Looks up. It's not really stormy enough, but I guess. And he taps his staff. And uses his channel divinity for destructive wrath to throw a maximized 8th level call lightning into the ear canal.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Storm clerics is
Storm
great.
clerics. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
So
Okay.
80 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
There's this massively loud cracking of a lightning strike that startles all of you because it was a clear day. As part of the ear just falls off as this lightning blasts into it and completely cracks the side of the head of the Titan.
Selena,
opening
this-
up a pathway. You can now see into it this writhing mass of flesh on the inside of the skull beyond the ear canal, and a white stone pillar in the middle of it that those of you that were in the previous level of the Tower of the Gods recognize as the thing where the beacon is kept.
Selena, show off.
He shrugs, leans back.
I shove him off. No, I'm kidding.
Gosh, God.
Well, I heard that one.
Yeah, no,
so
you all heard that one.
I climb down to the now blasted open ear canal. Well, I see Valkyr's Wrath is with us today.
Yep.
Is there like a core to this corruption that I can see?
Is there a what?
Is there like a core, like a central piece to this corruption that I can see?
Not in the head, no. It's just sort of, now you're sort of like looking at the inside of the skull of this Titan, and it just sort of is lining the walls of this sphere, except for the area that's been blasted open by lightning.
One of you can fly, right? Or several of you right now.
Wind just gives a wave.
Like a bunch of hands go up.
Yeah, maneuvering on foot isn't going to go well. Trying to retrieve the piece from that pillar. And so I'm just going to lightning some of the corruption in the way to make sure it doesn't start trying to grow back.
Can we actually see the thing
You
over
can see
the pillar,
you
or
can
is it
see
like?
you can see the cylinder. You can't see the beacon.
Okay.
You remember it was inside last time.
Yes. Yeah, I do.
So I zap some lightning to make sure it's not growing back towards us, and then I just wait, basically.
All right, Gwen
And I take the dodge action.
Gwyn flies up there and starts looking for a way to pull the piece out of the pillar that it's contained in.
Okay. You can't see it. You just see the cylinder, this white stone cylinder, very much at odds with the rest of its surroundings. And you see that it is sort of like there are bits of flesh that are sort of latched onto the top and bottom of it. Like sort of almost like they're holding it in place. But
Okay.
There's no visible like door, hatch,
Seam or
anything.
door or
Yeah.
anything. Right. Yep. Okay. In that case,
Cut that shit out.
so Steel Wind Strike lets me make up to a maximum of 5 attacks.
Yes.
Does this thing count as a single creature, or is it distributed enough that I could make multiple attacks with that spell to try and carve this thing loose?
It's a single creature, but I would say that yes, you could make multiple attacks at multiple places because it is all around the room.
Okay. All right. He will utilize Steel Wind Strike then. And how many attacks out of that would you say he could make?
All of them.
Okay. So we start with the 19 for 35 force damage.
Hits.
Another 19 for 40 force damage.
Hits.
A 16 for 31 force damage.
Hits.
A crit for, dear God, 81 force damage.
Yep.
Hits.
And a 23 for another 35 force damage. God, I fucking love this spell.
It's a real good spell. So
It's a
Gwynferon sort
real
of
fucking good
hovers into the opening of the side of the head.
And just before this happens, you see him pull out a little platinum icon of a longsword on a chain that he just sort of fingers for a moment between his thumb and middle of his right hand, and then he's off.
Extending his staff in the other hand, he vanishes, reappearing multiple times, slamming his staff into the fleshy mass around it, and it sort of like happens almost in an instant, very Fist of the North Star.
Do all of us see that, or
You can all see it.
I'm wondering. Okay.
You can
Yeah,
all see
even
it.
in the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
enough of the side of the head has been opened up that you can look over and see. And as he comes to a halt, the cylinder has been cleared, and all of the flesh that was sort of around just explodes out, sort of scattering out of the head.
Here, just superimposed on the view.
And
Yeah.
then he just stops midair and yells, "Catch!"
The cylinder doesn't move. It's still hovering.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Never mind.
The cylinder is still hovering, but it is no longer. It is now cleared of demonic. The entirety of the inside of the head is now cleared of this demonic taint, and you can all see now that there's a hole in the floor underneath the cylinder where this flesh had been extruding from. This seems like there's more of it below, but the head is now clear.
Yeah, just the kanji for Strike of the Steel Wind appears, just superimposed.
Lulu.
Okay, so I'll fly in and start cutting at the corruption, probably that's on the top of the pillar.
There's no more corruption in the room.
Oh, okay.
It's all gone.
It all got knocked away by, hang on, I'm doing math,
A lot.
by 222 points of force damage.
Okay, well, never mind. Fine. I don't have to hit things. It's not like that's the only thing my character's good at. Oh, wait, there's no more corruption in the room? Is the pillar attached to anything, or is it just
No,
a pillar?
It is free floating.
Cool. And I think someone did at some point say aloud that the thing is likely in there.
Yeah.
Can I pick it up and start carrying it out of there?
Make me an athletics check.
You are a strong halfling.
For a halfling. 14.
So you sort of
14's
reach
not
out
terrible.
and grab and pull. Pull, pull, pull. Get your feet up, pull, pull. It seems to be just sort of like stuck in midair. It doesn't seem like it's
Okay,
something that can be pulled
so
out.
I'll use the rest of my turn to get out some rope and wrap it around, start tying knots so we can carry this thing out of here. It's like a
Selena.
reasonably straightforward approach.
All right, question.
Yes.
How far away am I to it right now?
40 feet.
It seems like travel distance appropriate. So,
Yeah,
okay, 3
40,
feet.
like 40, 30 feet, 30, 40 feet, yeah.
Okay. So I will. Can I let me know if this will take an action or it's just an observational thing? Can I get an Arcana roll to see perhaps what's holding it there?
Sure. Looking at it, you recall that in the last dungeon, the thing was just sort of suspended in the middle of the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty certain it is suspended there by virtue of that's part of the way the Tower of the Gods works more than anything
Right.
else. This is likely not actually here.
Right.
Reality is
We've been-
weird in the tower.
We've been stationary the entire time.
Right.
But yeah,
What did we do last time?
walked up
I
to
reached
it,
through,
walked up to it, and reached into it.
Okay,
pulled it out.
Hope believed that it wasn't there hard enough.
that's right. So, because Selena has so much trust for all of her allies who are close to it right now, she's going to Misty step closer to it to get there quicker than anybody possibly could. I know it's my turn mechanically, but yes. Sort of hand palm shove the halfling out of the way by the head And trying to do the same thing we did last time.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm giving myself advantage on
Go
this.
ahead.
Good call. Good call.
Especially since I have a -1 to my wisdom saves.
Oh dear.
You reach out.
So for
And
those
you're
playing
like-
the home game, with advantage, like I said, I have a -1, but I rolled a 3 and a 4. Or I rolled a 4 and a 5. I got a 3 and a 4.
You reach out, remembering that all Hope did was reach for it, and you put your hand on the side of the cylinder.
And I explode.
Nothing happens.
Hmm.
You're just touching the cylinder.
Okay.
It's solid. Anything else on your turn?
Selena detonates in a fireball.
I mean,
Voluntarily. She decides to.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah. So she's spending 2 sorcery points for quicken spell.
Okay.
You already used your bonus action to Misty Step.
You're
you
right,
did.
so I
You did.
don't have to. Thank you for reminding
Yeah.
me.
You
Yeah.
don't have to. You have your action. free.
Also, we've never been clear on how this game handles being able to do 2 bonus actions. But anyways, so never mind. I will just spend 1 sorcery point for subtle spell. Because I particularly don't trust a certain member of this party who is getting a hold person spell cast on them.
Who are you aiming it at?
G minor.
All right, Gwenfron, make a what save is that?
Wisdom.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
20.
I am spending 2 more sorcery points for bend luck to yeah.
So I need to roll it again?
No, Selena rolls
No,
a d4.
I roll 1d4. If I roll a 4, you fail the save.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's a 3.
Oh.
It's almost like Gwynferon hasn't actually done anything wrong, and the universe is trying to tell Selena that.
It's almost like the universe is bending to the luck and then bending to the foresight and then bending toward.
Whatever, you don't know that anything was cast.
True.
Because nothing happened.
Mhm.
Yep.
Just Selena starts getting angry for some reason.
Just under her breath in what is it? Ignan? Yeah, Ignan. Motherfucker!
I feel like there's like that.
Gwenfron,
slight
you understand that.
smoke cloud coming off the top
Yeah.
of her.
Mhm. What's wrong, Selena?
The pillar's not doing any. Next.
Oh,
Okay. I'm going to stand slowly up. My rage has dropped because I haven't hit anything.
You also went unconscious.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
Did you turn that thing off, by the way?
Yes, it's gone.
Good.
I did that last round. I regained a hit point. There we go. It's important. And I walk over. We just
where are you?
just-
Where are you keeping the other piece?
Does Hope still have,
Where did-
the other
I
piece?
still have the
Yes,
other
Hope
piece.
has the other piece.
Yeah.
Okay, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like
I wanna
hanging around
pull
your
it
neck or
out.
something?
I probably put it away in my bag, but I take it out now,
Okay.
and we just want to fix the stupid world. Why is this so difficult? And I'm gonna try and reach through again and just like,
So
come on.
as you move forward, the small 4-inch piece in your hand begins to glow a bright white light.
Okay.
As it does, the cylinder irises open, and a 5-inch piece, shattered on both sides, appears. And almost as if exactly as if drawn together, the two pieces, or the one piece, moves over and clicks into place, now forming a total of 9-inch rod in your hand. The part where they were separated has been seamlessly blended back together as if they were never broken. And as it does,
rod is my 9-inch nails cover band.
and as it does, the entire world around you just dissolves.
Yep.
And you all find yourself standing around the pedestal that you had begun this all at.
That seems like success.
Yes, that's success.
The ceiling above
Quite
you
well done.
The ceiling above you opens up. And you find yourselves once more, for some of you, once more standing on the top of the tower, looking out into the expansive starscape that is reality. If you look off to one side or the other, you see just an infinite expanse of stars and light and nebula and colors. And off in the distance, you see a section of that nebula begin to move, as the plane shaper once more turns their eye to you and the Tower of the Gods.
What up, Big P? We're back.
I hope the rod in your hand pulls itself out of your hand and hovers just in front of you, glowing this brilliant white light. And as it does, you all see the plane shaper turn and raise its hammer, made equally of the celestial bodies that it is, and come swing down at you. You see the hammer rushing towards you.
I'm gonna grab toward the
Gwynferon wants to make a quick calculation and see if there's any way that we are probably going to be able to dodge this strike.
No, I'm grabbing for the rod.
Make me an Arcana roll.
Natural 20.
As you're in the middle of thinking, the hammer impacts.
Yep, it's deleted. It's like
You all feel pressure, but not pain, as this hammer collides with and then washes over you and the tower, pouring down the sides, and you suddenly get a perspective outside of your own body, as if you're looking down at the material plane, seeing the edges of it manifest all around this massive world. And you see the darkness that is the abyss peel away, exposing more land, exposing more territory. And as it does, your perspective shifts again, and you are back in your own heads, in the pure white room that was the Tower of the Gods. And there's a soft burning sensation on the back of your hand, on the back of all of your left hands. And you all look, and you see,
what's it look like?
You see a star is just sort of superimposed over the back of your hand, glowing with this faint purplish energy. And as the star fades, you feel a renewed sense of vigor within yourself mentally, in this particular case, as all of you have your wisdom scores increased by 2 and your wisdom caps increased by 2.
Ooh.
Cool.
I'm at 17 now.
15.
10.
You feel this
18.
You feel this expanse of understanding race into you as you look at this star seal on your hand, which quickly fades away. You feel as if you understand a little bit more than you did previously, are more in connection with the world around you. And
I mean, that's pretty clutch for Zeno, especially.
that feeling, yeah, Xeno's wisdom is now 22. And that feeling fades away.
I
Yep,
grab
that's
at
a
the
thing.
rod.
Interesting.
You have it.
Yep.
Second verse, same as the first.
The
Gwyn seems a little surprisingly blasé about it a bit. Like he was a little perplexed initially, but then he started looking at his body from outside his own body, and he's like, okay, yeah, back to normal. Here we go.
I mean, throughout the entire experience, Gashkar was just kind of staring, almost with sort of like a smile of like, all right, this is where we're going. As if she's fully aware that she has no control over this particular situation and doesn't care.
You hear the of the elevator letting loose from the ground and slinking slightly to indicate where it's at. As you are back in this, sorry, not pure white. It's half white, half black. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
I think we've earned a night's rest after that kind of endeavor.
Well, you don't want to go
Unbelievable.
jump right back in?
I mean, I'm willing if you are.
I have holes in my head.
Oh,
I think-
let me fix
Yeah.
that. Zeno
More than normal?
Zeno steps up and taps his staff on the ground, unleashing another mass cure wounds. This one at 7th level.
does he have a mass cure spell slots? Because that's mostly what Gwyn needs.
No, that he does not have.
Okay.
You all receive 30 hit points back. Anyone that was under gets healed for 30.
Ooh.
I love mending affinity, by the way, because it's just that little bit of extra hit points every time I get healed.
And the holes in Hope and Corbin's faces close up. Roughly this point, Corbin, you shrink back down.
And
Still,
with that boost from our brother of Valkyr, I am certainly ready to go again if you all want to.
I
will
feel
note.
sick.
Oh, yeah, lesser restoration on Hope again.
Thanks.
I will note that I have used several of my spells, Zeno says.
Good for you.
Can we rest? Just short rest.
I think most of you are going to need a full night's rest before we go back.
I think me and you are the only ones that are, for the most part, fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And-
Other than
No,
Call the
Uh,
tiny little
Corbin looks
halfling
down.
standing
Oh,
between the two
and-
other fighters.
Yeah.
I'll need some time to magically recharge, but I literally took no damage that entire time.
You know, it was mostly Hope and Corbin.
Same.
All right.
I will.
Anyone up
I
for
will,
drinks?
I will note, however, that there only seems to be one way to go forward. He says, pointing at the at the elevator, regardless of what we want to do.
yes.
Or we could sleep here if we really don't want to go.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not
Nope.
here.
Nope.
Let's go
Go
get
for
some
it, yeah.
drinks, shall we?
Assuming that we
Fair
actually
enough.
leave.
And so Gashkar starts heading for the elevator.
You all pile into the elevator.
I will hit you with this stick, Selena.
After a few minutes, it opens up.
Corbin will get in between both of them.
You see the giant sloth sitting there looking at you guys over the desk. Congratulations! I see
What up,
you
S
got
Major?
the second one.
Yes.
Yeah. That was an experience.
Yeah, they tend to be.
How does he look this time?
It's the same as he did when you first entered.
So all black and half black, half white.
Half black, half white. Yep.
All right.
On fire.
No, not on fire.
No, not on fire.
Not on fire this time.
Not
No.
on fire.
He wasn't on fire this time.
Well, guess I'll see you guys next time. He says, looking over at the door.
I'm sure we'll see you.
Be
again
back soon. Real
Indeed.
soon.
I mean, it'll be really soon for me.
Let's go. And Gash
Yeah.
starts heading out the door.
Hold up a second. Hold up.
What is that?
Stops.
I explained earlier, I'm only extant so long as you are all here.
That's gonna be real.
Oh yeah, I
boring.
wasn't paying attention at that point. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I stop existing as soon as you leave those doors. So for me, it's like there's no time pass at all.
I mean, that must be useful for you. You're never bored.
It's true.
Gashkar leaves.
What happens when we get on the elevator and ascend further into the tower, since we are still present in the tower? Were you waiting while we fought the Titan? Corrupted Titan?
Waiting
Whatever.
isn't quite the correct term. I am not a separate entity from the tower. I am the tower. I was there.
Oh, so you were watching. Yes. Well, that does make sense. So you continue to exist as long as we are within the confines of the tower, but once we exit, things just sort of...
This particular incarnation of me continues to exist so long as you are inside the tower. Once you exit,
Right.
this consciousness reverts back to the central consciousness of the tower.
Right. Cool. Well, catch you later.
Puts out
Anything you would like from the...
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Is there anything we should bring for this entity upon our return? Anything you would like to experience from the outside material plane?
I don't really have desires.
Understandable. Well, thank you for your time, and we'll see you very, very soon.
You all leave?
And leave.
All right. Drinks.
Does Hope leave?
No.
Hope waits behind.
Yep. I stealth.
Please tell me
I don't want.
you've got another suspicious vial from an alchemist that you're going to try and give him.
No.
If Hope's
as-
waiting behind, Selena's waiting behind.
I'm
you.
trying to stealth. I
Give me a
don't
stealth
know.
roll. Give me a
Okay.
stealth roll.
Well, it's
I wanna be
unfortunate
alone.
that my wisdom, that my perception went
Yeah.
up by 1. Now it's a +0.
Yeah. 24. I don't know if you want to make a perception roll against that.
Go ahead.
8.
Yep.
As far as you're aware, Selena, Hope's right behind you. Do.
Can I make a perception roll on that?
Sure.
I'm just going
Anyone
by my
else?
passive.
Okay.
That beats mine.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
As far as you're all aware, Hope's right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Kate.
So as people leave the tower, the scene changes.
Yep.
And once it's just you, there's not really any room here. There's just a door open in a black expanse. And the figure in front of you is no longer a sloth, but you. Sitting at a table, looking at you. Yes?
Yeah. That seems so lonely and weird and like I didn't want this. I wanted to have like a life, but no.
Well, not all of us get to choose what happens in our lives.
I got some though. I mean, I had the Revenant thing, which is not helpful. Just for the 1 hit point is not that helpful. Just registering my complaint. Okay, it's good. It's good. So what happens if what happens with this? I hold up the rod.
You'll have to attune to it to find out, or have someone else do. She just
So
continues to look.
what is the beacon? What is it? The beacon is what this thing that calls the plane shaper
Guides their hand.
Guide-
Yes.
guides their hand. Okay. So what is the plane shipper trying to make? Because you've seen him or them, sorry, them making this world for presumably, the past couple of times we did it, because you can see when we're in there. What are they trying to make?
The world.
What kind of world?
The world.
There's lots of different ways to make the world.
There are. I don't presume to know the plane shaper's intent.
Well, it'd be nice if the gods let us know. And I leave.
As you leave, the door closes behind you. And as you step outside, rejoining your comrades, you feel a pull. Mentally. As if there's an object that you know exists. And you know where to go to find it.
Oh.
And with that sudden realization, we will end for this week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.